Hello folks, Simon here, welcome back to the channel and another Xenoblade Chronicles episode, and we finished all of the side quests. Yeah, I'm just pulling your leg. We have so many more to go, of course, that I hope you guys are enjoying it because, you know, we're on a roll here. Now, what we're going to be doing is starting off in the military district, so make sure you fast travel over here if you're not here already, and you'll need to make sure it's during the day, or the quest giver is not going to be available for us. And where were they hiding? Yeah, up here, just by the top of the steps. So it's a lady that we're going to be speaking to, Emilita. And we're not going to trade, we're just going to talk. This will be our first quest for the day. And it's an easy one, or relatively easy, to get us started. It's a simple find another NPC quest and then report back type of thing. So once we've gone ahead and done that, we're going to just get through the dialogue here, the usual stuff, you know it. And then we're going to go ahead and teleport over to the Gem Man stall, and I believe it's around there that we need to look. I'm sure I'll remember once we get there. I have done practice runs and all kinds of stuff for these side quests that we're doing, by the way. One of the reasons why these episodes, the side quest episodes, aren't coming out as fast as I would like them to otherwise come out is mostly because of the preparation involved. I know that you guys just get to see a nice, easy flow of side quest completion here, but it does actually take quite a bit of preparation to make sure that things do go that smoothly. So that means various different trials and practice runs and routes to go through in order to try and, you know, just find the most optimal path to get these things completed. Right, so with that first quest collected there, we're going to pause, as I say, over to the Gem Man stall. And we're going to head over under here. So it's a well-known route by now, I should think. We're just going to drop down, and that's about it. Yep, there we go.
Hello.
So Miller is located just over here. You can't miss him, really. He's got that nice big objective marker just plonked over his head. Okay, and with that done, we do need to return to the previous quest giver. So area maps and back to the fortress entrance. And then it's just a case of running all the way up north here until we get back to her, and that will complete that one for us. And that's pretty much how this is going to go today. So we're going to be doing quite a few collection quests. There will be some enemies as well, don't worry. The next quest is to collect some items. I'm not sure off the top of my head, I can't remember if we've got them or not. If not, we'll have to find them. But we'll sort that out in a moment. Let's go ahead and hand this one in first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves too quickly, as tempting as it may be. And there we have it. So once we've completed the quest, we get the usual affinity boosts, as you can see. And we're making good progress here in Colony 9 with the various affinities and stuff. So we're just going to keep plodding along for now. Yeah, you guys are doing really well also, if you're keeping up. Okay, and we get some dyed equipment. Oh, and look at that. Another level. Well, at least for two of our party members. So yeah, we are getting some nice additional bonus experience doing all these side quests, along with all of the gold and pieces of equipment that we're getting. You know, it is worth it in my opinion. Obviously, you know, these are all optional and stuff, but you got to keep up, haven't you? You got to try and keep up. Right, next up, we're going to teleport then over to the Tranquil Square. Now, once we're here, the quest giver generally only appears early on in the day, in my experience. So just make the time set to about 8 AM, at least that seems to work for me, and then you'll find Francois just ahead of where you teleport to. So let's go ahead and speak to her now, and she shall give us a quest that requires us to go and hunt down 5 particular flowers. But I'm going to see if we can hand in immediately. If not, we'll just have to run around Colony 9 until we find them. So let's just get to the screen here. I've only got 2. Okay, Dawn Hydrangeas is what we're after. So I'm going to go about, run around, get all of the lovely stuff, and then be right back with you to hand the quest in. Now, there's a couple of ways to get this flower, in my experience. The first is to make your way over to the main entrance, just fast travel there, and set the time to 5 AM. Now, I don't know if it only spawns during this specific window, but I can only ever find it between 5 and 6 AM. And even then, it can be fairly rare. But as you can see, it is highlighted on the map. Sorry, just in front of us there. So we managed to get one, and you can usually find a few scattered around the place. So I can see there's one up to the north, and you know, there's probably one over to the west as well. So you can see them on the map, which is quite fortunate. But there's another thing that we can do, and that is you can either teleport over or run over towards the Aetherlight area, which is just to the east where the shops are located. And we're looking for the NPC known as Sonya. Now, if you haven't been following my guides up until this point, then you might not be able to trade with Sonya. She's usually around here, but not at this time. But if you have been keeping up, then we should be able to do this. And I'm going to set the time to 12. I believe that's a time where she should be here. Yeah, there she is. So we'll trade, and we can get up to 2 from Sonya. Oh, sorry, beg your pardon, up to 3. It seems I thought it was only 2. We only actually need 2. So let's just go for anything that's above 1500. So the sweet wasabi is quite an easy item to get, so we can throw those out. Okay, so there's 1. And then we'll just go for 1 more here. So I know that some people will spend ages trying to get these. Oh, it's gone up to 4 now. Interesting. Oh, no, I see. Yes, I'm such an idiot how many I've got. Yes, I'm having one of those moments. I am a little bit blonde, I'll be honest with you. Right then, okay, let's go ahead now. We've got all 5 of them. And just teleport back to the previous area where the quest giver was. That is over at Tranquil Square, of course. And that will be another quest done. And, you know, fairly simple as well. Like I don't know if I said this, but lots of people spend hours trying to get these flowers. But it's because they're only available, I believe, in that very specific time window between 5 and 6 AM. And you do have to have done some other quests before they are available to trade from Sonya. But that's why we're doing things in a specific order. Why make life harder, eh? There we go, quest completed. And for that we get some soil gauntlets. Next up on the menu then, we're going back to the kids. We've helped these previously, so I'm sure you remember them. Lucas in particular is going to have a particular concern that he's going to want us to help him solve. You know, one of his mates has gone running off, that kind of thing, and we need to go and bring them back to safety. So he's located in the usual place, just over here at the bottom of Tranquil Square. And he's got this dialogue box, which is all kind of drawn out and stretched, just indicating that, you know, he's panicking a little bit, but I'm sure it's nothing that we can't handle. Okay, now we do have a bit of a swim for this one, which is kind of annoying. We need to head over to Hazai Cape. Now, we have been over here previously, but it was a while back, a few episodes ago, I think it was. So don't worry if you've forgotten. But let's go ahead and I'll show you the way here. We're going to make our way over to Outlook Park, and we can just fast travel there, although it is fairly close by. Let's just port over. It's faster than walking the short distance, and we're going to drop down over the right hand side. Let me just check I've got that right. I believe I have. Yep, I know where I'm going. Just down here, and we're going to swim all the way around the anti-air battery number 3 here to the small island on the other side. So I'm just going to skip ahead until we get there. Okay, it doesn't take too long. I tell you, Shulk is like some kind of Olympic swimmer, isn't he? Especially with this massive Monado thing across his back. He doesn't half go some speed, I tell you. Right, so this island, if you don't remember, does contain some fairly high-level creatures, so just be a little bit aware of that fact. You can generally avoid combat completely, though. We're going to head up the hill just as we embark the island itself here. And Lucas's friend is just up here on the edge. And what do you know? It's a no-pom. Okay, right. Yeah, so we've obviously encountered this one before, this little one. Once we've gone ahead and sorted that, we're going to port back to the Tranquil Square. And we do need to just chat around some of the NPCs here in order to complete this quest. It's not a simple case of just handing in. So we do need to speak to Lucas first of all, though. And he's located, of course, in the same place as he was a few moments ago. Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. Hello. That was fast, wasn't it? Okay. So we speak to Lucas here. That doesn't complete the quest, as I say. Yeah, so we need to go and speak to Moritz next. Who is actually just next to Lucas, so it's not like a big deal. Interesting how everybody else disappears around the person that you're speaking to. Some kind of Xenoblade magic. Now, even this doesn't complete the quest. We do need to speak to Lucas again. And this will complete the quest. Yay, there we go. So that boosts various affinities. and also gives us the attack +2 gem, along with 100 experience, which is actually kind of nice as well. At least I'm not going to say no to that. Still not quite gets us all to level 17, but very, very close. However, I am sure that Sharla will be joining us there in a couple of quests' time. Right, we're going to teleport next up over to the Ether Light. There's a couple of quests we're going to pick up whilst we're here in this area. The first is located just to the right-hand side by a restaurateur over here. And this is Giorgio, so we're going to speak with him. I am just going to spam through the quest dialogue, I think, going forward. Mainly because there's just so many quests in this game for the purposes of the guide. We actually want to be able to get it out there in a respectable number of episodes by the end. And you can always read it in your own game, I'm sure, if you wish to do so. But the long and short of it, he needs us to go and get 5 dance apples. Now, these are located pretty much all over Colony 9. So we'll get those in a few moments. But before we do that, we'll go and pick up another quest, which is just by the Gem Man stall up here. Before we do that, though, we just need to change the... No, I think this is the right time. I believe 9 to 6 is the perfect time for this one. So this quest will only be offered if you have spoken to Sharla already. No, not Sharla, sorry. Sonia even. Getting my names confused. Yeah, and it's not here. Should be around here. Let's change the time. Change it to about 10 or 9. Something like that. Should be fine. Ah, there we go. And it should be a little boy. No, not you. Yeah, there we go. Here he is. Rocco. Or Rocho. And he will only give us his quest, as I say, if we've got Sonia on the affinity chart, which you should have if you've been following along with my guide. So he's going to give us a quest that effectively means we need to get his watch repaired. So there's going to be an NPC that will help us with that. Let's just get to the dialogue. But we're also going to open our map to see if there's one of those dance apples close by as well. As I say, they can just spawn randomly all over the place. You do need 5 of them in total. But I do have 4 already. So let's just open up here. And I can see there's a load of stuff here. We're going to make our way over to the exclamation that's just south of the main entrance. And I believe that should be a dance apple. I probably could have teleported over there. But not to worry, we're effectively there now, aren't we? And it looks like it's going to be just down by the coast. So they do spawn both in and out of the city, but all over the place, really, around Colony 9. Is that down below, is it? Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, let's drop down. Whee! Boing! And there we have it. So that's one quest objective met. We'll go ahead straight away, probably, and just go back to the Ether Light to get rid of that one. And then we'll make our way over to the fortress in order to try and get this watch or pendant or whatever it is repaired for the kid. Right, here's your dance apples. More affinity changes and, of course, a little bit of experience. And some gold and some caravan gauntlets for that one. And there we go. Sharla has leveled. Nice. Okay, right, let's port over next to the entrance of the fortress. There it is. And the person we're looking for should be located just in this alleyway here. Yep, they don't appear at night though, so make sure you haven't changed the time. It should still be daylight after changing the time for the kid.
Hi there.
And effectively, we need to speak to him a couple of times. Make sure that Shulk is party leader for this one. Otherwise, he's not going to help us. Okay. Now, we're going to take a slight detour here before doing our next quest. Just to save some time for later on, effectively. And what we're going to do is go ahead and change the time to, I believe, about 8 o'clock. It might be a little bit... Oh, that's morning. I need to change it to 8 o'clock at night. It might need to be a little bit later than that, but I'm going to try and see if we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, effectively. We'll see. Yeah, 8 o'clock. Now we're going to head over to this location. Are they there? Are they around? No. Okay, my mistake. What we need to do is change the time till midnight. yeah, you've got to be really specific with these times here. We will be changing the time for 8 later to speak to an NPC that's over there. Close to the NPC that's we're going to be speaking to now. Right, so we're going to speak to Eric. And the reason we're going to speak to Eric is this is going to help us with our quest for later, even though he's not going to give us a quest. He is going to get things sorted on the affinity chart. We need to speak to him again until he mentions that he's worked with Dean. There we go. And that's going to sort out a prerequisite for later on. We can then actually just go ahead and speak to Monica here. This is who I was changing the time to 8 o'clock for. I believe now if we change the time to 8, then Monica and Erica will appear in that area that they weren't a moment ago. But since we're here, we may as well speak to her now. So she's going to give us a quest, which we'll be doing shortly. But we're not going to hand it in to her. We're going to hand it in to another folk who's also going to give us a quest. And this is the first time we really need to make choices between quests. So this is Romantic Notions of a Girl. We're going to accept that, but we won't be completing this quest. Okay, it will be removed from us. But we're going to be handing the quest item in to another person that will not give us a quest until we've accepted this quest. I know it sounds confusing, but just follow exactly what I'm doing here. And it is the, probably, I've just checked online as well. And, you know, the general consensus is this is the best way to do this. The best in terms of maxing out affinities and what have you. Okay, so we've got that sorted. We're now going to go ahead and change the time to, let's try 10 o'clock at night. I might not be able to do this just yet, we'll see. Yeah, I think we can. Now, this quest will not be available unless you're on that previous quest, the Romantic Girl quest. If you're not on that, you won't see this quest from Andreas.
Hello.
So if you complete that quest that we've just picked up, then you'll never be able to do this one. Which is fine, you're making a choice between the two. But this is the optimal choice. So he also is going to want a Tephra drop from the cave. And we're going to hand it to him instead of handing it back to Monica. Okay, let's go ahead and accept that. This is Romantic Notions of a Boy. Right. Yep, for this we get a little flash forward as well. Okay. So we got those in our log ready. We'll be going over to the Tephra Cave in due course, but there's another quest we need to pick up before we do so that we can get them both done at the same time. And what we're going to do now then is teleport back over to the Gem Man stalled in order to hand in the quest to the kid, which we've still got in our log. So we've got his repaired pendant here. I hope I'm doing this in an optimal fashion, guys, just to try and save you some time here. There's obviously always going to be a lot of running around and stuff. I thought that was the kid then. I was thinking there's no way he appears at night. But yeah, you know, if you think there's a quicker way to do these things, then let us know down in the comments. But I think this is probably the best thing to do. Wait, the path that we're taking. Okay, so we'll speak to Rocco again. Yeah, I am using like various guides and stuff to guide us on our way. But I am also making my own adjustments to them as well, since even the online guides, in my experience, aren't the most optimal paths. They're very good, and they are a good helping hand for sure for a game like this, but there's always ways to improve. Even on, you know, the methods that I'm using and the paths I'm taking, I'm sure there's faster ways, no doubt. But there we have it anyway. That's another quest complete. So next we'll move on to another quest, but before we do that, there's a prerequisite of ensuring that another character is on the affinity chart or that other quest won't be given. So the character in question is a little girl that's located just around here. She's playing in front of the house, and she won't appear during night time, so just make sure you haven't changed the time if you've come from the boy. And all we need to do is speak to her until it says affinity chart updated. That's absolutely fine. And then we're going to head back over here and speak with Sonia. Actually, it would help if we go ahead and pick up the quest first. So to do that, we're going to teleport back over to the fortress entrance, and we're going to speak to Dean again. So he's the guy that repaired the pendant for that young boy there. So he's now going to have a follow-up quest for us. Again, he only appears during the day. So we'll just spam through the dialogue. Yeah, and so he wants to go on a date with Sonia, who's located at Aetherlight. We do seem to be playing Matchmaker quite a bit at the moment, don't we? But whatever, it gets us experience. And some of these quests are going to give us nice amounts of XP, actually, so they are very much worth doing. Right, we'll teleport over to Aetherlight. Again, Sonia is only going to be appearing during the day. We've spoke to her, of course, a few times before. She needs to be on the affinity chart anyway for one of the previous quests we just did. Now, she's not going to help us unless we get her a couple of items. Shingekos, to be precise. And I've already got them.
Hi there.
Which is helpful. If you don't have them, then you can get them, I believe, from the Tephra Cave. But hopefully you have. They are quite rare, unfortunately. So if you do need to farm for them, you might need to spend a bit of time doing that. But there we go. Now we can just make our way back over to Dean and complete his quest. Back at the fortress entrance. And that's him sorted for the time being, at least. Yeah, we're making good progress here, guys. Well done if you're keeping up with all these quests, by the way. You're doing well, guys. We all are. Getting through it together. It goes dark. I guess we see him go and ask her out, or don't get to see that, but it happens. And seems they had their dinner. And whether it went well or not, well, I'll leave that to you guys to figure out. But 200 experience, eh? Can't complain. Oh, and a bonus 100 as well for completing an achievement. Yeah, look at that already. Well, on our way to level 18. What do you say to that? Right, next up then we're going to teleport over to Susanna. We've done quests for her before. But if you don't remember, she's located over at the Tranquil Square area. So this is the area that just has tons of quests and just all manner of stuff for us to complete.
Hello.
And Susanna is going to have another fetch quest for us. This time we need to collect some iron, some heavy bunny iron. And this is going to send us over to the Tephra Cave. Look at that, 300 experience reward for this one. So we only have one of those, which means we do need to go and get the other. Now, to do this, we're going to teleport over to the Magmal Ruins, and this is where the Iron Bunnies are located. I'm not 100% sure if this is a rare item or not, but in my test run, I did get it pretty much immediately after killing the first one, so hopefully I wasn't just lucky there, and this isn't going to take us too long to do. Let's open with a backslash, get this thing killed. I think we should be alright here. Oh, no, maybe not. Might have to kill more of these then. Go and have some Monado. Oh, didn't actually use it. What an idiot. Is this it? No. Okay, that's annoying. Looks like we're going to have to spend a little bit of time here farming. Why is it on the practice when I get it first time? It's not fair. Actually, it might only appear off enemies that have the red exclamation above them. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. So this one should be it. Yeah, that's really helpful. I can't believe I forgot that, but there you go. Nice little pro tip for you guys. Right, now we're going to teleport over to, still in the Tephra Cave, to the Spring of Grief. So you remember we've got to get an item for that quest, or two quests, of which only one we can hand in. Now, this only appears at midnight, so let's go ahead and change the time. Or maybe not midnight, but like, late. Let's say that. Yeah, there it is. So we can hand this back into Monica, or you can do as I suggest, which is to hand it back in to, what's-his-face, Andreas, for the boy quest. So to do this, we're going to teleport back over to Colony 9, and over to the fortress entrance. And this guy appears from 10, so hopefully he should still be around. Yeah. So we're going to speak to Andreas here.
Hello.
And that's the choice we've made, to give it to him rather than to Monica. But as I say, that gives us the most optimal results in terms of affinity, updates and what have you. Okay. Fantastic stuff. And we get another 300 experience. I would definitely say we can't complain about that, can we? Eh? Definitely not. All that's really left for us to do for this episode, I suspect, is to teleport over to the Tranquil Square and then speak to Susanna to hand in her iron bunny, or whatever they're called, bits that she had off us or wanted us to get for her. So let's go ahead and change the time, since she's a daytime girl. Let's just go for 11, shall we? Seems like a nice, fair, round number. There we go. And for this, we get another batch of experience. Yeah, we're rolling in it now, aren't we? Yeah, all these additional levels are going to be a big help going forward. And it looks like we're going to be getting to level 18 very, very soon. But we'll save that for next time. So yeah, thanks so much for checking out the episode today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's helped you on your way through your side questing adventure here in Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, I'm having fun. I hope you guys are as well. But do come back and check out the next episode where we shall be continuing on with side quests. All right, folks, take care. Have a great day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.